as we continue to follow the sentencing of the singer and rapper R. Kelly, joining me now to discuss that even further is prominent attorney Gloria Allred, who was representing some of the victims. She was in court today, speaking outside of court. 30-year sentence. Ms. Allred, some would say justice was delayed in this. It is now served. Is that your view?
Yes, justice was delayed, but it wasn't denied. Today, the court imposed a significant sentence, 30 years, on R. Kelly. R. Kelly, formerly known as a celebrity singer and songwriter, is today nothing but a convicted felon. He is a sexual predator, and he has been sentenced because of significant crimes against underage girls. He lured these underage girls, some of whom were his fans, into him. He manipulated them, he groomed them, he hurt them emotionally, physically in some instances, and for some of them left long-lasting harm upon them. Some of them, he knew he had a sexually transmitted genital disease, herpes, and he did not disclose it to them. He did not use protection. And so for some of them, they're going to suffer from that the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
But even for those that he did not impose this lifelong damaging genital disease on, he harmed them in other ways. And he betrayed their trust.
Yeah.
And this is wrong, and it's a crime. And today he found that he has to pay for that crime.
Yeah.
In some ways, the defense tried to portray him as a victim. He's not the victim. Many of my clients who were brave enough to testify against him were victims. They lived in fear for quite a long time, Jonathan, but they broke out of that fear. They refused to be intimidated by him or any of his supporters or his entourage or enablers. And they spoke truth to power when they testified, and they were subjected to cross-examination, but they held up strong and they stood in what they said was their truth. So I'm very proud of them. They were there today, some of them with parents and relatives.
Yeah.
Others, just were there with me. And were it not for them, this day would never have come. They did it for two reasons. One, they want him to have to pay for his crimes. And two, they wanted to be sure that he went away for a long time so that he could never hurt any other underage girls. And they accomplished that.
I was wondering, do you attribute the renewed attention to the case of R. Kelly because of the Me Too moment, because of that movement back in 2017, 2018 to get to where you got today?
Actually, I've been doing this for 47 years. So long before there was anything called a hashtag on the internet called Me Too.
Yeah.
So all I can tell you is, I think these courageous victims were sick and tired of being sick and tired and afraid. And they reached out and they were willing to do what was necessary, which is cooperate with law enforcement, essentially be vetted. Some of them testified before the grand jury. Some of them testified in a court of law. Others just provided information that was extremely helpful and important. So all of them, I think, feel very good today that their investment of their time and their emotions, their tears, and other supporting evidence that they provided, it was worth it because the system worked for them. Justice was done. And of course, he has 3 other prosecutions pending against him, 2 in Chicago, 1 in Minnesota. I have never seen any sexual predator prosecuted in 4 different jurisdictions, Andrew. This is significant. And we'll see what happens in the other prosecutions. But
will you be involved in those?
I represent the alleged victim in one of them, the one in Minnesota. I don't represent anyone in the 2 Chicago potential prosecutions, 1 state, 1 federal. But I did what I needed to do for this case. I felt confident in the federal prosecutors in the Eastern District of New York. And so therefore, I had my victims speak with them and cooperate with them because I felt that they would really take it seriously, devote their resources to it, which they did, and be successful, which they were today.
Yeah, last point I want to make, Ms. Allred. So yesterday we saw the Ghislaine Maxwell sentencing. She got 20 years. She spoke in court in the Southern District there in Manhattan after that sentence came down, saying she was sorry to the victims, that she was contrite. R. Kelly didn't say anything.
Yes, that sentence was 20 years.
Yeah, R. Kelly didn't say anything in court today. He didn't offer any statement to the victims. He still maintains his innocence in all this. He thinks he is the victim. Your response to that?
Well, his attorney spoke for him today. His defense attorney, his new defense attorney, because she was not the defense attorney for the trial here in Brooklyn, in federal court in New York, but she took over now for the sentencing, and I understand she'll represent him in one of the Chicago trials. She's the same defense attorney that was up against me for the recent trial, civil trial, which my law firm and I, in which we represented the underage girl, Judy Huff, who was sexually abused by Bill Cosby.
Right.
And we were successful in defeating her defense and having the jury agree with us, and our client prevailed, and we're very proud of her as well. Now I'm seeing her 1 week later right here in New York, instead of in Santa Monica last week. And here she is defending R. Kelly. So, you know, she's doing what she has to do, and but she was not successful today in getting him the lower sentence that I'm sure that he wanted and that she wanted. Of course, there'll be an appeal, but just because somebody appeals doesn't mean they'll be successful.
Exactly.
R. Kelly's in a world of hurt. He's going to have to defend a lot of cases. His attorney said he's indigent. I don't know if that's true, because apparently he's obtaining royalties from his music. A number of my clients are going to seek restitution. So I'm sure the government is going to take a very serious look at whatever assets he has. But he's inflicted so much harm and damage on them. I would like to see them be able to recover if they have therapy bills, medical bills, lost wages, whatever can be done. He should have to literally pay the cost of his wrong to the victims and not just be sentenced to 30 years. But we'll see what happens. At least this is a good start.
Yeah.
And, you know, he did he heard some of what the victim impact statements were that my clients presented. But sometimes his attorney was speaking with him while the victims were speaking, which we felt was very disrespectful. In any event, we feel that, you know, justice was done today.
All right. Ms. Allred, thank you so much.
Will ever compensate for what he did to our clients.
Definitely. We will follow these other.
Good start.
We will follow these other jurisdictions, these other trials as well. Like you said, the saga of R. Kelly, not over. 30 years today, though, in Brooklyn. Ms. Allred, thank you so much.